good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. This is Making Comics Live. I'm DJ. This is VeeFriends. For those watching in replay, say hello in the chat, in the comments. VeeFriends was created by Gary V. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk. Hence the name V in VeeFriends. We've got VeeFriends cartoons. We've got VeeFriends trading cards. We've got the classic trading card game. Plus the new Topps Chrome is out. These are the minis. What else we got? Comic books. This stream is the drawing board stream. So this is my drawing board. Let's jump right into what the thumbnail was too. Just want to look at this. I'm on break. I only got 15 minutes, but how you living, DJ? Hey, what's up, Chris Customs over on YouTube? How's it going? I gotta get my Instagram going here. I don't know why it's not working. Copy. Let's try that. Let's get this going. Let's try it again. We will try this again. Paste, save. I don't seem to be going live on Instagram. That's okay. Hey, TikTok, what's going on? TikTok is live. What's going on, man? We'll look at yesterday's Sunday comic from the newspapers. We got a little boy here with a map. It seemed to be know why I'm not live on Instagram. Oh well. Oh well, not live on Instagram. I'm not sure what's going on there. We're gonna try it one more time. Because gosh darn it, I like to be live on all the channels. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. This is the drawing board stream. I'm going to be drawing a new strip today. I wanted to go over the last strip. Let's go ahead and try to get this Instagram going live here. Just turn it off. Turn it back on. That's always the way, isn't it? Turn it off, turn it back on. Here we go. Let's see if that works. Give it a couple seconds. It's usually about 10 seconds or so. I would like to be live on all of my channels. That would be nice. D. Coleman, what's up? Thanks for coming in and out on the TikTok live. Morning N. Willen, morning AFMG. Games. Well, I don't seem to be able to go live on Instagram this morning, so we're just gonna skip that. Gonna forget that. And we'll leave that go. Wait, I'm gonna try one more thing, guys. I'm gonna try one more thing. Okay, forget it. No Instagram today. TikTok. We're live on TikTok. Facebook. Let's take a look at this yesterday's Sunday comic. We'll walk through this real quick before I get into the new one. Little boy found a map. I found the map. It's time for adventure. This is the thoughtful three-horned harpic. Let's show him there's a guy working in here. You assume it's like his dad or something like that. It leads to a land of treasures, rivers of magic, rocks made of gold. Sorry, no time for that. Gotta stay dialed in. There's a little dialed in dog there. Kid's sad. You never have time to play anymore. I'll just leave this here, maybe for later. Did he say gold? And like Harpic's like, yeah, look. Now when the adult here says, is this a prank? It's blank. I don't see anything. graphic says, you used to see it when you were him. So it alludes that this was him when he was a boy, or maybe his inner child. It's me. What happened? Somewhere along the way, you forgot how to play. It's not too late. A world of wonders awaits you. Whatever you're doing today, going to work, whatever, don't forget to not just work yourself to death. Use your imagination a little bit. Hey kid, I'm going to need you to lead the way. Sometimes it's hard to remember how to use your imagination to play a little bit. Not hard for us here at VeeFriends. This is very fun to work on the VeeFriends comics. And then I had a little treasure map here. Treasure map was a mystery code, which I already have the first to solve it. We got a lot of responses yesterday, which was cool. Thanks for everybody that sent those in. Some of them were, pretty wild, I'd say, like coming up with new sentences and whatever. But basically, that's just a word scramble for skilled skeleton. And I'm going to send this, one of my personal Chrome cards here, skilled skeleton, to the first to solve. I'm not going to say who the first to solve was. If you're watching, I just want to keep people in suspense. You're going to get this card, but I'm also going to draw on it. So what I mean by that is, I'm just going to show you right now. Let's just do it. We will keep that open. Let's move this like this. Put this down here. Got the little... That's funny, it went upside down. Can spin it around. I'm just going to try this. We'll see how this works. Oh man, I'm upside down here. This is crazy. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm moving backwards here. A little light. I might just have to remove the iPad completely. Can I go iPhone only? I can. Ooh, all right. That's good, because we're going to be right here. And I'll zoom in on this. Ooh, nice. Okay. And what I got here, I'll zoom out and show you. This was not planned to do this today, but I've got my Posca markers. So I'm going to go ahead and on the screen, wait. When you draw on the iPad, do you rest your palm? Yeah, I guess I do. I just don't have very oily hands. I have pretty dry, not dry hands, but anyways, I think I have a white. I need a white. Need a white Posca marker there. We'll do some purple. Is there some purple on that skeleton? Yeah. Maybe a little gray. Is this silver or gray? I don't know. I think I only have a little bit of this gray here. Maybe use it, maybe. I think that's all I'll need. Oh, black. Where's my little black marker here? There it is. Great. This is what I'm going to be working with. We'll do this up real quick and then I'll get to the comic. Black. Cool. Might take a little minute, but I'm going to draw what we call a remark using these Posca markers here. Are you live on TikTok only? No, I'm live on YouTube. I was live on Instagram, but I'm not anymore. YouTube, Facebook, X. We have 200 people have cruised through and watched so far. I'm gonna go ahead and take this because like these smudge pretty good. I'm gonna unsmudge this real quick. So this is for the winner, the first to solve the code from the it's looking for my face here. This is crazy. All right. There we go. It's trying to find. There was a mystery code. The first person to send that in, this is what they're getting now. iPhone only. That's what I'm going to work on. And I will send it to them. Just kind of a last minute thing I added. People are always looking at the, we've got the comic. There's a llama here for some reason. Just going to set him here or there. I'm going to watch. We've got the newspaper strips. 72 newspapers across the country have the Sunday newspaper. I'm just going to make sure I test this out. Okay. There's like a weird bright glare on these cards, so. They can get a little smudgy. Chris Custom says, I put the code into Grok and it said schedule a sell. There was a lot of people that had different solves, which was fun. I don't know if I should start with black. I feel like I should. We'll do the outline first in black. Kind of not expecting to do this today, but let's do it. I just like to do the little peeking in kind of. There's not much room for error when you're using the Posca markers. So I gotta be careful here, but fairly easy one to draw, I guess. What I'll do is eyes a little bit different, I think. So I will send this to the winner. Might need to let it dry and then switch back to the iPad for a little bit. That's what we're probably going to do. I'm going to give him a little, you can't see his lower jaw, but it is there. Do that. We'll let this dry a little bit. I'm gonna like have him like waving, coming off the panel. It's kind of hard to see right now, but it will be our man-skilled skeleton. This is what we call a remarked card. I don't do these often. I just started kind of doing them for fun. And thought it'd be a nice little surprise. Something different. And I'm okay with going over the... I'm going to do is like little bone hand there. Just doing the... I'm okay with crossing out the chrome and the skilled skeleton. You can't be too precious about words on a remark. You just want to cover it up. Besides that, I'll show you in a second here. Hold on. You know, if people really wanted to know what it was, they could just turn it over and see the original sketch from Gary. Oh, look at this. I got a little animated button there. So if you don't know about VeeFriends started off as these doodles, I guess we're calling them, but the original art from Gary were NFT art. And so that was his original sketch of the skilled skeleton. Bare bones, pure skill. I'm lean, mean, and ready. Skilled skeleton. Talents that are as clean as a bone. This was the Topps Chrome card that just came out. Just a base core card, but I'm making it a little more special by doing that up. It's a little wet. Try it out. I sent an email with the code to VF Comics mail. If you were the first person to send the code, you will get this card in the mail. Only if you were the first person. We will tell you. We would have reached out to you probably by now. I would have. I did it. I know I did it. Why am I acting like I wasn't the one? I'm the one that did it. Is this a really fine? Yeah, this is a really fine tip one. Hold on. Let's find it. Interesting. White. Purple. Alright, we're just gonna have some fun with that. That's it. It's all subtle. I'm gonna be very subtle with it. I'm gonna get back to drawing some Sunday comics too in a minute. I just thought I'd do this live. It's one of those things I gotta do. And I'll be doing some streams soon. Catching up on some of the sketch cards I owe people. I am aware. Oh good, I got a good angle here now. I will catch up on some sketch cards, and I'll have some opportunities for other people to get some sketch cards giveaways on these streams. You'll just have to, make sure you subscribe to the channels and just pay attention to, I usually go live on my personal streams here. Not personal streams, but the commercial streams. I usually go live in the mornings because this is the start of my day. Technically, we don't officially start work at VeeFriends until like 9. Our business hours are like 9 to 6, but let's be real. There are no business hours when you're an artist. You work whenever you want, and probably more than you should, but because when you actually find something you like to do in life, and I hope you do, it is work, but it doesn't feel like work. I don't mind working on night. I don't mind working on weekends. But I also take care of myself. I still enjoy life, and some people were concerned when I was seemingly working nonstop, and I was, but I also took care of myself, so I enjoy life fairly well. But we're building a lot of stuff behind the scenes at VeeFriends as well. We've got comic books rocking out. How's that looking? He's looking a little mustache. I'll re-go over the black lines at the end. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Good morning, James. Good morning, Clemhouse. What's up? What's up, DJ? What's up, Brian? Brian, this might be for you, I think. For whomever solved the mystery code from the newspaper strip, I think it was you, Brian. You were the first. I think it was Brian. I could be wrong. I'm gonna send you this card. A lot of people replied. It's the most we've ever had. Of course, so I think you're watching, but I think it's the most we've had. reply that soon, so people kind of know. A lot of people are looking for like Easter eggs and stuff. I gotta let this dry a little bit. It's a little wet. You see, I could really mess it up. This is what we call a remarked. So I'm just taking these core. This is my personal skilled skeleton. I like how it just says skill with an E now. And a little hand coming out of his head, kind of. That's fun. And I'll get that purple in there real quick. Yeah, it was cool. You know, I kind of just... Yeah, this is the prize, my man. Yeah, I thought so. Brian Meyer, congratulations. You're going to get this skilled skeleton card in the mail. I was going to keep it a secret for a while, but I just can't. Wait, let me see if I got a bigger purple. I feel like I have a bigger purple than this. Shout out to Posca, not sponsored, but these are cool markers. I'm still learning how to use them a little bit. Oh, I only got a little tiny purple. I got a big giant purple. Wait, do I have a giant purple? Yeah, I got like a giant purple. Let's like a giant purple. Let's see what's going on with this. Oh, it's brand new. I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't wanna. We'll just fill this in here. So we better I'll zoom in real close for you. Zoop. Wait, maybe I'll zoom out and go back to full phone. There we go. This is fun. Look at this. This little cat lights up. DJ originally owned. Yeah. I'm like, people are like, these core cards aren't worth nothing. I'm like, I can draw on them. You can send your core cards to me. Oh. Yeah, these are from my personal packs. I got a few boxes. I bought a few boxes. Keeping a couple of those sealed, you know, just because. Just because. I don't know the logistics of it, but man, it seems like with all these breaks that have been happening, I'm like, did they open all the cards? Like, have the breakers all opened all the cards? The only people that are gonna have cards left are probably VeeFriends. I mean, man, that almost seems like the perfect plan. That pretty soon you're only going to be able to get Chrome from us. Or very expensive. That's looking fun. It doesn't, the light's a little, but it's, what a fun little idea. You know, sometimes it's fun to mix it up. I'll be doing some sketch cards on streams live soon. Maybe that's what I'll do on Drawing Board on Thursday with Corso. I've got a little list of people that I owe cards to, and I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna let this dry a little bit. Go back to the epic shot. We'll work on some. So this is gonna go to Brian. He was the first to solve the mystery code. Hopefully I don't knock over my whole setup here. That would be dumb. We're going to let this dry a little bit, and then I'm going to redo the outline. I'll give it a signature and put it in its penny sleeve, and it's going to ship off to Brian. Yeah, maybe Thursday I'll do some sketch cards. We'll be live right after Gary is. Let's set him up here. Maybe can that work? Oh man, that'd be cool if you could just sit there. Yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Yeah, for whoever asked if my palm touch, you can see the smudging. What I use is I use a little alcohol solution here, and sometimes I'll just hit that. It's not bad, but You know, you can't really tell with the screen on either. I don't want to use one of those gloves. I'm not doing that. Just not doing it. There we go. So this was the Sunday comic. Go back to that. You know, I feel like we're missing our friend. Where is he? Gosh darn it. I can't draw without the Patient Panda. And we're going to start a whole new comic here. Let's see, 6-1 was this 6-1. What's this? I'm going to go ahead and move this down here. And then this is 6-8. So 6-8. I'm going to be sketching up. Get rid of this light. What's going on there? Okay, great. No glove. No glove for me. No glove for DJC. You're right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, chilling out for a minute. Sorry I'm not live on Instagram. Oh well, it just didn't work. I don't know why. So I have a comic idea. I will be working on that right now while we let this skeleton while we let him dry. Can't do much with the, I don't know. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna redo the lines on him and yeah, tighten it up. All right. Yeah, make sure you're dropping a like on the stream wherever you're watching it. For this one, we've got a concept. I'm just gonna sketch in real loosely. This is how it goes. I'll just show you again. If you're watching for the first time, the Sundays end up looking like this, but they start, I'm just gonna do a little video replay. People ask me to do the video replay all the time and I forget. Time-lapse replay. You can see that I start out with a little sketch, little doodles. Originally it was that. I think I drew that on another stream, and then I decided, like, I actually tried a different layout there where the map was at the top, and I thought about that, but I thought, didn't like that view of that one. I thought I want to start right off the bat with the kid, this panel here, up there, and then the map at the end. I thought that was better. So then I changed the idea and the layout there. So this is just real scribbly layouts, right? We'll just scan through that, and then I blow it up. After I get the layout, I blow it up. Maybe ink some lines, and then I get in there and pencil, do some detailed penciling on the panels. And you can see how it, like, I just swipe my finger across, you can see how it just kind of comes together little by little. And then we get into the inks. And then the colors. And then we're done. And so that's the process, really. It's a lot longer than that. I think this one took me, I don't know, 10 hours, 27 minutes. I always say about 10 hours, so I'm right on time there. That's good. Not bad. So this new one here, back to the newspaper newsroom. Well, the top header here, there's a package that has arrived. I need a little package here. I'm just going to be, I don't have to be I can just be really loose here. So there's a package here. It's good to keep my hand, like, it's good to just scribble and get crazy a little bit. Keep your hand loose. You capture a lot of, motion. So I want a character here. This is probably Crane. Yeah, This will be a person. Now, see, I didn't even know that his hand would be doing that, but now he's like, what is it? I don't know. It's a package of some kind that's arrived. And this is probably going to be Alert Ape. Alright, we'll just do that up. Just getting the shapes of everybody. And then I want Optimistic Otter. He's like, Crane is opening this. There's a little tag here on the box. It's going to be like a crate sort of situation. We'll get into what's in that box in a minute. What's in the box? J-Rob, what's up? How's it going? I want Otter to be over here going like, no, wait, don't open that. Kind of rushing in. This will be Otter. Who else we missing? Crab. So we had a Curious Crab down here. Or no, Creative Crab. Curious Crane here. Kind of want him. I don't know how he'd be flying. Maybe he's standing on something. I don't know. We'll figure this out. He really wants to know what's in this box. I think we'll have the lid coming off the box a little bit. Like he's opening it. Because then he's like, don't open that. So we gotta have our core characters here. I think Cat's gonna have to go here. Maybe there. Then Crab will be here going like, open it. And then I don't know where the word VeeFriends will go. I think it might go here. I might put the VeeFriends logo in here, and then we got this will be a big panel here with something blasting out of the crate. So down shot of the crate. Something is blasting out. See if you know what it is. Something's blasting out of this crate. They're going to be down on the ground going, uh-oh. So I got to have their character. This is just the layouts. I'll get in here. Like, let's have a couple of them down there. And then another panel here. Different size panels. What do we do? Like in the foreground here. And then I'll have a bunch of I might have to change this up just a little bit. This panel might be a little too big. I might use a couple extra panels to do what I'm going to do. Yeah, we'll just make that into one tier, and then we'll move this up. It's like the messy parts. We'll get into drawing it in a second here. Tilt it. This is usually the part that I wouldn't do on the stream because it's not as exciting, I think. I don't know. In my own mind, I'm like, nobody wants to watch me figuring this out. But then I've had some people say that they like watching me figure out, you know, composition and stuff like that. So I think I got here and then it's a little too thick there. Might go with 3 tiers, I don't know. I think that's good enough to start. I'm gonna start penciling this out. So I'll blow up my, just the layouts a little bit. And I can readjust a little to the full size thing. Oops. Yeah, we'll work the rest out live. Get rid of this word balloon here. I don't need that. I can also probably get rid of this grid. We'll leave the blue grid on just because. All right. I'll focus on the key visual, which is this box. I'm gonna put another layer here. Shoot. That was supposed to be the balloons layer, but oh well. If you're just joining, thanks for watching. This is the VeeFriends Comic stream. I'm working on a couple things. I just did this remark. I'm going to finish that up. Remark sketch card for Brian, who was the first to solve the word scramble in Sunday's comic. So I'm letting that dry. We'll ship that on out. And then I'm working on, so yeah, Clem got it right. This crate here, somebody sent the newspaper team this package. It's a very, 1980s cartoon looking crate. Like an Acme looking crate. So I'm going to draw this. We'll put some words on it too that are funny. And they want to know what's inside, and Curious Crane's opening it. Go this way. And the sender is going to be Hater be hatin'. Hater be hatin'. From Hater be hatin'. Mr. Hayton. What was the answer to that? The answer was skilled skeleton. It was a word scramble, so the first two send. I'm going to finish up this remark of a Topps Chrome skilled skeleton from my personal collection. As Corso said, DJ originally owned. That's what I'm doing with my core cards, some of them. Just doing some Posca remarks on there. But thanks for everybody for... We got more response to that puzzle than any that we've done. Any kind of, first to find kind of thing. I feel bad because everybody, there's been a couple weeks now where people are looking for things, and there's not really, not all of them are going to have hidden things, you know what I mean? But it puts like pressure on me at the end where I'm like, wait, I didn't hide anything in this one. So, I got the lid coming off of this because Curious Crane is like, what's inside? Let's find out. That's like Curious Crane's motto pretty much, is like, let's find out. Thanks for watching over on X, Facebook Live. We're on TikTok Live. People joining in and out over there on TikTok Live. Thanks for watching. This is the VeeFriends Comic stream. I am DJ Kaufman. I'm not liking this bird beak. It's a little bit thick. Too long, too. I'm DJ Kaufman, the director of comics at VeeFriends. Heading up the comics team. Shout out to the comics team, working on a lot of comics behind the scenes. Curious Crane opening this. It's great. That's a little weird alpha for you, I guess, is that, way back in the first Sunday comics, let's find the first one. This is before the fear, people were like, why is there a scarf on the crane? Curious Crane. And if you read VeeFriends number 2 on the website, check it out, veefriends.com. You can read book 2 for free on our website. Inside of this comic, which is the origin story of the Fearless Fairy, and then let's go through. Curious Crane's inside there. Does not have a scarf yet. But as the story develops, they are way up north. And so he starts wearing the scarf. So I think at the time that the Sunday comic was first being developed and put out, I was also drawing this that people wouldn't seen for a while. So I was like, I like the look of the scarf on the crane, and it just stuck. purple scarf on the crane. Maybe she enjoyed it. So little tidbit for you as to why there's the scarf on our crane. And if it's the body, I'm trying to like just figure out this body here. And the crane doesn't have, crane kind of has like a poofy, like ducktail kind of thing. I don't think I'm gonna have her flying. It wouldn't make much sense. So just standing on something up here, we'll make something for it, like a perch, something. Maybe more crates of fan mail. Jennifer, thanks for watching over on YouTube. Yeah, probably a lot more details in this one than I thought I'd put in with the crate and the standing, and then we'll have Creative Crab over here kind of cheering it on. Really wants to see what's in there. I don't want him looking at the name tag. I want him I've kept the blue lines on just because there's no real reason. I just haven't turned them off. It kind of gives me some idea of the portions of the page as well. It's a pretty big comic we have going on, probably bigger than any Sunday comic that's in the newspapers, actually. They gave us a whole half a page, and I'm trying to put it to use every week. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of good feedback from the newspapers. They like, we don't really hear from people directly as much as I'd like. It would be nice to get some, letters coming in, so from the newspapers, but people read their newspaper and they move on, it's just kind of how it is. These big claws here. Open it up. Creative Crab's claws always remind me of like a 3D Pac-Man when I'm drawing it. You gotta pick that, and then you gotta figure out what angle it's coming from, and then you'll never unsee it once you've seen it. Hope you're going to have a good day wherever you're. A lot of people are off to work this early in the morning. Technically, I'm not supposed to start work until 9. Our office hours are 9 to 6, but let's be real. There's no, for the creative minds. Or Corso, I know he always gets in early too. We just really enjoy. I'll change this mouth a little bit. Do crabs have teeth? I don't know. Let's see, wait. What's going on with the other streams here? I'm not sure. I'm live on TikTok, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Thanks for watching. I don't know what's going on with my TikTok live. Alright. I'm back in the chat there. Trey says they have teeth now. They do. I only draw it because I saw him somewhere else and he had some teeth, and I was like, alright, this crab's got teeth. I think they do technically have little ridges or something. I don't know. I might move him too because this isn't a good spot. Move him closer to out of this. That's better. You'd be surprised. People ask. They're like, what happened to the newspaper crew? And I'm like, well, a couple weeks we switch it up. So the newspaper crew is this little crew of VeeFriends that run this news you ought to know. And people started mentioning like, oh, there's no news you ought to know this week. So I thought I'd return to that a little bit. So you can see I captured this, and it was just out of that scribble. It's like I didn't even really plan it. It just kind of happened that his hands were doing this. It's almost automatic. Some people even believe that. Some artists I know, they just think that, an invisible hand guides you sometimes in art. If you can get out of your own way and just let the pencil do the work, or let the spirits draw it for you. Boy, I wish I could just summon better artists to come and draw for me. Get some legends. Gonna finish that up too, the skeleton. Alright, I'll turn these blue lines off. It's getting kind of annoying there. Alert Ape's like, what is it? Might do a little inking on this. We'll see. I'm gonna just get as much done in the next hour or so as I can. But this will probably be an all-day thing. But if we can bang out a couple hours on this, we are going to. Blue. Versus purple. Blue versus purple. In the chat, put blue or purple for a VeeFriends mini that you would like me to open. Let me know what you want me to open. Blue, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, purple, purple. D. Coleman says purple. Alana says purple. Good morning, Alana. What's up? I think we're going to go with purple. This is a season 4 mini. Looking forward to hauling another purple from Zen. Thank you. Great. Let's see who's in here. It is a Mojo mouse. Pulled a lot of bubblegum Mojo mouses lately. It has been a while. You've been away and I've been away, and now we're back again. I think you've been away. I thought you were moving or something. I don't know. It's fun to get to know, you know, start to get to remember people's, you know, whatever they're up to. People are moving. Hopefully everything went well. So we got our Alert Ape, Curious Crane, Creative Crab. This package is from Hater Be Hatin', you know. And I wanted to say something like on the package, like reader feedback or something like that. Maybe we'll have it even like kind of funny, like scrawled, like he scrawled it with maybe even the R's backwards. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe something else there. I'll think about it while I'm working. Alright, let's take a break from this. Let's finish up this card. I'm going to pull this out of the way a little bit. Go back to phone only. Just slide that up. Put this down. Zoom in on this guy. And just touch up his black outline here. For Brian. Brian was the first to send the email. Congratulations. I've been messing around with some Poscas lately, and I thought it might be fun for a little giveaway. One of my personal cards here. Do that. Might even just black out a little bit, like you can't see his. Just touch up the lines. This will be a fun one. Little one of one. I've had people ask me if I'll draw them something, or they try to pay me. I don't do commissions for VeeFriends. I only draw for you if it's like a prize or surprise and delight, or if I just think you're cool. You know, if I draw something for you, that's cool. I'll have another show I'm going to be doing on the stream soon will be just sketch cards. There we go. Let's fix these eyes. Duck Rodriguez, what's going on? I believe I will be at Nationals. I just don't know the details. I don't know any details yet. Don't know the details yet. Thanks for reminding me. I guess I should probably figure that out sooner than later. Lots of people want me to sign things and draw things, so I'll probably try to make it out there. And, you know, help out the crew. Went last year. The Nationals in Cleveland were pretty crazy. It was a crazy experience. I've never really seen a card show like that before. I'm just going to put my name right in here. DJ C. This is for Brian, who was the first to solve the word scramble in the Sunday comic. It pays to pay attention to the Sunday comic sometimes. Little remark for Brian. Skilled skeleton. Another look at the back. The original drawing from Gary is there. VeeFriends. You know, it's pretty cool to see a lot of little kids drawing as well, being inspired. Just think about that. Like, they feel like, you know, if you feel like you can't draw, I'm not saying that Gary can't draw. Lots of people say, like, wow, really? Like, that's pretty simple. But that's all drawing is simple lines and shapes and building upon it. So kids are very inspired to see, like, think about it. This doodle is started with a doodle, and now it's like evolved into bigger and bigger as we go, and pretty amazing to see how something can come together from an idea in Gary's mind. And you can do it too. Not with VeeFriends. You gotta find your own. You gotta do your own. You gotta do your own thing. I'm gonna just clean this off a little bit. These things get smudgy, man. I don't like it. These chrome cards. A little smudgy. Alright, let's go back to the Sunday now. Jumping around. Little multimedia. Go back to this. Epic shot. Zoom out. Good. Put him back up here. Gotta have my patient panda back. He watches over me when I'm impatient. Coffee is doing well. It's me. That's what I look like. This is me having some coffee. Take a little break. Seeing what's up. Monday morning. Hope your Monday morning's doing well for you. A lot of people on their way to work. A lot of people waking up. School's out now. Moms and dads are home with their kids. Hopefully they're sleeping in, giving you some me time or whatever. Maybe not. Maybe they're up watching VeeFriends cartoons on YouTube Kids. You could do that. There's Dylan. There's my son. He's out of school. What up? Shout out to my mother-in-law, who was concerned that I wasn't live streaming as much. I'm aware, so shout out, Lois. Here I am. She's probably like concerned. Like, am I quitting or? Nope. No. We got a lot of stuff to do. I was traveling there for a little bit, so it was a little crazy. And then behind the scenes, I'm doing a lot of writing and a lot of organizing and stuff that's probably not super exciting to live stream. So I've written a couple comics and I can't show them either. So we want Optimistic Otter to be, although, you know, nah, I can't show them. I was gonna say, I could argue that we could show them. We could just show what we're working on live. You would know way ahead of time that we're working on a X book. We're working on this character or that character, but then it kind of takes away the surprise, you know. I want them to be kind of like, no, don't open it. Don't open it. Dylan says big time out of school. We were just at the barber shop last weekend, and there was a little kid getting his hair cut there, and they were like, mohawk or no mohawk? And I remember that my kids used to get mohawks in the summertime. It was a mohawk summer. They had no idea that it was so punk rock to get a mohawk in the summer. Dylan, fire it up. Get a mohawk for the summer. Do it. That wouldn't be weird on work meetings or anything. Wait, I wanted to be like running in. So this one is. Yeah. They're trying to stop him from opening this crate. Because he knows what's in there. It's a crate of hate. Crate of hate. It's from Hater Be Hatin'. I'll draw Cynical Cat in a little bit. First, I want to draw this panel here that's kind of off kilter. And it is our character called Suffocate Hate. See, these things around him are suffocating. They're like little beans of joy, little jelly beans of joy, or something. So, what I have is this crate full of hate. This hate is now busting out of this crate. I should make a Dr. Seuss book. He's like, pow. He's gonna be hating all over the place. And they're like, what do we do? He's hating all over. He's hating on everything. I like to be silly about it, but also very serious. That I don't understand it. I don't understand hating anything, you know? You do, but you don't. I don't understand how people could hate each other and do terrible things to each other, and it's whack. It's whack, guys. But then again, you know, there's things that I see out there and I don't like that. So I'm like, I kind of hate. Then I'm hating. Gosh, what do you do? What do you do? You gotta suffocate it. You gotta smother that. You gotta murder it. No, you know, you're not gonna murder it. You're just gonna put it to sleep. Put it to bed. Put it to bed. Put it to bed. Put that hate to bed. Suffocate it till it passes out. You're not murdering it. You're just, you know, you're just giving it a little sleepy time. A little sleepy time. Hey. Also, when you're feeling angry about something, maybe it's good to take a nap or sleep it off before you go do something or say something stupid, you know. Boy, that's a lesson to be learned, isn't it? If I can go back to my younger self when I would say dumb things on the internet, or, you know, get involved in like drama of some kind, politics or whatever, you'd be like, kind of wanted to have one major horn here. Spike. He's looking like a Pokemon kind of evil thing. I picture this as a cartoon, and they're just like in the foreground over here going like, what do we do? He's hating all over the place. I kind of want this to be even like more jagged and not happy though. He's mad, you know. Mad at the world. This hate. All this hate. He should come out and just be saying like, this comic is stupid. I kind of wanted to be looking up more though. I gotta change this a little bit. He's blasted out of this box, so. You know what? I don't like that mouth at all. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't like it. I hate it. I feel like I can do better. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted. That's a more angry mouth. Tongue in there. I also want one eye to be like maniacally open, like this. And we can explore having like wrinkles under his eyes. You know, he doesn't have to look like the trading card art. Like, it could be a little bit different for the comics. This thorny guy. Oops. Mixture of Pokemon, but also Dirty Bubble from SpongeBob. I don't know what I'm saying. He's saying something like, We'll change this too a little bit. Make it make more sense that he's flying out of this box. Put it back. The hate's out of the crate. Put it back. It's like the I'm thinking about the dark side thing. Fear leads to hate or anger. I don't know. I forget the exact. Anger leads to hate. Or fear leads to, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Fear leads to anger. I don't know. Look it up, people. I need his eye to be really big here. So in the penciling phase, I can really kind of, it's like molding. I always say it's like molding clay. There's no real wrong thing that I can do in this stage. I'm trying to capture an expression. A feeling of like panic, alert. He might be saying something here. I'm not really worried about what he's saying yet because I tried to tell the pictures with the, and I'm gonna make hate bigger here. There's more room for him to just bust out of this panel too. Like he's busting out of the crate. He's breaking the panel, literally. He's breaking up. And also kind of keeping it fun, Shape head when I draw the crane. It's a body. I have his wings like, oh. He's straight up like, uh-oh. Maybe he's just like, oh. Oh no. Same kind of feeling with the claw is that like you want to do like a Pac-Man kind of mouth that's kind of elongated and then figure out where the beak goes. Same thing, we'll have big eyes. I almost like it that the bird's like not afraid. He's more like curious, like what the heck is that? What is this thing? Like he's curious as to why he's so hateful, maybe? If you didn't just say it on the surface, like maybe someone's being hateful and you're just like, man, that guy's a jerk, put him in jail or throw him away. But Curious Crane might be like, but why? And it's kind of empathy and it's kind of like trying to figure out why a person feels that way. Even if they're wrong, just try to understand them. That they might have been blurred by something. Good morning, Craig. Been absent for a week or so, you or me? Because I've been come and go. Just because I've been busy doing other VeeFriends related stuff. Writing mostly, which I can't show you the scripts I've written. What I can tell you is that the scripts that I've written I'm very proud of. I I never really considered myself just a writer or writing for other artists, but it's fun. You know, it's really fun. Kind of figuring out some dialogue and figuring out, you know, things like that. But when I write a scene or I visualize a scene and I'm like, yes, like that's the stuff. And then I can't wait to like go over it with Gary. And oh man, we just did that with issue 5 of a thing, and it was good. It just feels right, you know. That's a great feeling. I love that feeling of just, especially when it, you know, when you know where it came from, and like little morsels of ideas turn into bigger things, especially when you start getting them on the page. It's a fun experience. Well, Craig, I hope you're all right. I haven't really been paying attention much to a lot of social media. It's really getting hard to follow everybody and actually get things done and stuff. So cheers to you. I hope you're doing all right. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of junk out there, and you just got to take it one day at a time. One day at a time. 1 minute at a time. Sometimes it's okay to just take a step back and suffocate hate. This package is from Hater Be Hatin'. I think that's what he's gonna. Wait, no, that package is from Hater Be Hatin'. Don't open that. Hey, let's see what's inside. She's like, what is it? I don't know. Oh, let's find out. He's like, yeah, let's find out. Maybe it's a. He's like, maybe it's. See, so I'm like, I'm kind of like, I know the idea, but I don't know what the final dialogue is yet. Because I kind of like to let the character speak a little bit. Like, hey, what do you think it is? I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe it's a blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, guys, don't open that. It could be. Bah. Oh, no. That's not a whatever. That's not Amazon Prime. That's not my Prime package. Reader feedback. And it's all hate mail from Suffocate Hate. He's just hating all over the place. So I think I want to have a Warbly panel here. I'm probably not going to have time to do it in this. I kind of want to have this warbliness of bleh, hate. Happening. This scene with like chaos. Like, so I'll just scribble some stuff like, he's hating all over the place. And they're like, oh no. So I get a little. I should probably go to the roughs panel. Just kind of be like, oh my god. Some cat maybe. Like, he's hating all over the place. What do we do? Run. He's running. He's flying away. Aha. Crane's like, that's a little character development, you know, when things get too rough or too scary, Crane does not hang around. He's like, screw that. What? Like, alright. Found out enough. Time to go. Move him out of the panel a little bit. Oh no, he's hating all over the place. And then in the background there will be like, bah. And then, Have his hand, Crab will have his hands on his head here. Kind of situation. Like, did he just hate on our font choice? Ah. What's up, Michelle? How's it going? Good morning. Somebody asked, when's the next comic book? Next comic book, it will come out this month. It's at the printer. We've got some stuff back from the printer. Looking good. An optimistic Otterly over here going like, don't worry, guys. I know what to do. Or wait, he's going to have like a jar of... like a jar here. Giant jar. He's gonna save the day. Hang on, everybody. This will be where he's at. We'll see what this jar is here. Over in this panel. Let's figure out how much of a tier I have here. Okay. So you see there's a lot of stuff going on in this. Crate arrives, reader feedback. It's from Hater Be Hatin'. They're about to open it. He's like, don't open that. They open it. Hate bursts out. He's hating all over the place. They're like, what do we do? Oh my god, it's chaos. There's going to be this jar that's like, in case of hate, break. And those little beans. If you know what I'm talking about. They're like little... break when, in case of hate, break. I think it'll be that. In case of hate. Just getting the spacing for the lettering. And then break. And then we'll have the little bean guys in here ready to come out. Just like stuffed in there like tribbles. The trouble with tribbles from Star Trek. I don't know. That's what that reminds me of when we're talking about this character. He's got Suffocate Hate. He's got these little bean bag, little bean things kind of all over him, suffocating and putting him to sleep with their kindness and their joy, I guess. And that's what'll be in these. There'll be smiling. There's ready. In case of hate break. Yeah, I like this going. Cartoon. He's like, hold on a second, guys. I got this. We'll leave it at that for right now. I'm going to start inking this up here a little bit. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, nope. There we go. Duck Rodriguez. It's me, my brother. Ducky Doo. I don't know. I might have a brother named Ducky Doo. I don't know if you're talking to me. Duck Rodriguez over on Facebook. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate you. If you don't know what you're watching, this is VeeFriends, and if you're new to VeeFriends, I think I just threw away the post-it note, actually. Darn. Well, if you're new to VeeFriends, email us at comics@veefriends.com. If you're an artist out there and you want to get these brushes that I'm using, because a lot of people ask for my Procreate brushes. We have those. I'll give them to you. But say hello. Comics@veefriends.com if you're new. Only if you're new. If you're not new, you can still say, hey, what's up? It's cool. We like to hear from you. It's Corso and I. If you're not familiar with what VeeFriends is over... What's VeeFriends? VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. There he is. Looking happy. Hence the name V and VeeFriends. We've got the VeeFriends cartoons for kids on VeeFriends, on YouTube TV, sorry. We've got the trading card game and the Topps Chrome, which you can see this remarked Topps Chrome card I just did for Brian, who was the first to solve the mystery in the Sunday comic strip. And we've got the VeeFriends minis, which I don't know what happened to my blue one. Where is he? There he is. Got these VeeFriends minis. I'm just going to crack this one open real quick. Curious to see who's in here. VeeFriends minis, vending machine opportunity. If you're, hey, we got an accountable anteater. That definitely beats the bubblegum Mojo Mouse. Detailed accountable anteater. Whoa. Whoa. You've never seen him up close like that before. And then, of course, I'm DJ. I'm behind this cover here, and that's Gary behind that cover. These are the comic books that you can read for free on veefriends.com. If you go to comics, go to veefriends.com. You can see this cover right here. You click it. You can read issue 1 and issue 2 for free. And also, please get on the mailing list. Stay up to date on comic releases. We're going to start putting out a newsletter soon. Pretty soon. And then there's also some narrated comic books. Comic book number 1 and comic book number 2. And then you can read the daily comic strips that I'm doing. Or they're not daily. These are Sunday now. These are like the bigger Sunday comics that feature lots of different VeeFriends. They're in 72 newspapers across the country. And that's what I'm working on right now. This is my job. You're kind of on the wall. kind of on the wall watching me right now for a couple more minutes. I'm going to work till about 10, I think. I'm going to fade this pencils out, fade the other pencils out more. Now I'm going to switch to my ink layer. Go back to my smooth train brush. Black ink. And we'll start inking. So you've seen just about, if you've been watching the whole time, thank you. And you've seen the whole process so far of going from roughs to a little bit tighter pencils to now inks. The next step will be colors and letters. Sometimes I do the lettering first, but in this case I just kind of wanted to dive in and start working on, you know, actual panels. So thanks for following VeeFriends. A lot of you are on the Whatnot streams. We've got, what do I got? Do I have that? If you don't know what Whatnot is, let me refresh this guy. Go. Shows. Oh, Tea with Gary V's live right now. I should go watch that. Gary's live right now over on Whatnot. 617 people watching. You could ask a question of Gary. 9 to 10. We have case breaks coming up. We've got drawing board coming up later today. And then lots of breaks happening. Lots of cool stuff. Chrome and caps. New hats. Logical lions. That's interesting. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. is another Tea with Gary V, I think. But all these shows on the Whatnot app that you can subscribe to. My show's not on here. There it is. You might want to subscribe to this. I'll be drawing some more cards and whatnot on Whatnot on Thursday with Corso. Right after Tea with Gary V. I don't know why it says 3:30 p.m. That's not the right time. But I don't understand what's going on with my time. Have a great day, Michelle. Yeah, this is just me working on the comic strip. Yeah, Gary's live right now with Tea with Gary V, so if you're looking for some advice or some motivation, that's the place. I totally forgot he was going to go live at 9, but it doesn't matter. We can have two things going on at once. Some people just want to watch the drawings and hang out. Either way, I got work to do. I can't sit around and listen to Gary. I would like to. I made that mistake with the Chrome breaks. When the Chrome first came out, it seemed like I was watching Chrome breaks, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm spending way too much time watching these breaks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's where they open up the packs of cards. And it was really addicting to watch like what was getting pulled. And I'm like, man, this is a time suck. I gotta get back to work. So I kind of banned myself from watching the breaks. I feel bad because if I pop into a stream just to check something out, and then people go like, DJ's here, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't hang around. So if you see me pop in and out of your stream, just know that it's just me cruising around for a minute. And sometimes I'll hang out and watch. But I got stuff to do. got stuff to draw, you know? And by the way, if you want to send us, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this. If you want to send fan mail, that's not hate mail. If you want to send hate mail too, that's fine. I don't care. You could do that. Live your life. You can email us at comics@veefriends.com. If you have something to say, if you have a question to ask, if you want these brushes, if you want whatever, just hit us up. Hit us up. Corso and I get the emails. Sometimes I do little giveaways like this skeleton card that someone won from the paying attention to the comic strip over the weekend. Shout out to Brian. Wasn't able to go live on Instagram this morning. It just didn't. I put the right codes in and everything. It just still didn't go. You know, sometimes you gotta roll with it. Technical difficulties or whatever. But yeah, we like to hear from you. Kind of keeps our, you know, it's good to know that people care. But to a certain extent, in my mind, this is just DJ talking, probably similar to what Gary vibes with too, is that I appreciate the kind words, but I don't really listen to either the kind or the bad. I just kind of go like, hey, thanks, that's nice. I'm glad you enjoy it. But I don't want to discount that. I'm really appreciative that you're here. But I also have a job to do. I gotta keep making quality comic books and things that people enjoy or make you think, laugh, cry, think, or feel. Sometimes there's bad comments that come, especially if you're a content creator. You know what I'm talking about. Every once in a while, it's always that. I talk to YouTube friends of mine. They say, man, I could get 1 million good comments. And then there's always that one that just this one hater that makes you second guess yourself. And you gotta just ignore that. Know your truth. You know, if you're confident and you feel like you're doing quality work, or you're, you know, without being delusional, then you know what's up. You know that whatever they're saying isn't true, or, you know, why are they hating on you? Don't even pay no mind to figuring out the mystery of that. It could be a lot of things. It could be that they're jealous. It could be that they're hurting. Someone hurt them. But you don't need to pay any mind to it. You just got to stay on target. Stay on target. I know a lot of creators that back out of drawing their comics because someone was like, you can't draw, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, man, I stopped drawing because somebody told me I sucked. And and that's like, what? Dude. It's the exact opposite of what you should do. You should keep going. What the heck? Why would you quit? Why would you quit if it's something that you like to do? You know, if you have some delusion about becoming famous or making a lot of money, well, that can be you got the wrong intention, you know? You started it for the wrong reasons. It's probably why it's not working out. Whether it's a business or a relationship or, even relationships. Personal relationships, friendships. I have known some people that in life that, only went to church or only went to social groups because they thought there were business contacts and leads there. So they formed these relationships that weren't real. They were just like pretending to be your friend. And so it didn't feel, so when there's an argument or whatever, it's like, wait, I thought you were my friend. It's like, no, they were only, you were just a lead to them. And then that makes you distrust people, and you gotta have good intentions, have the best intentions, not just good intentions. You gotta have the best intentions. If you do things with the wrong intentions, it never works out. Might work out for like a little bit, but then sooner or later it's gonna blow up in your face. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, I don't have it queued up, I don't think. Three Rivers Comic Con. Yeah, there it is. I'll be at Three Rivers Comic Con this weekend, June 7th through 8th. I'll have a couple limited things for VeeFriends people that know about VeeFriends. While supplies last, I'll have that for you for free, and I'll just be there talking, drawing. I'm going to do some drawings. Let's do some limited commissions, I think. Because I've had people ask, will I draw at this show? And like, will I draw like Deadpool or Spider-Man or whatever? It's been a long time since I've done things like that, but a lot of the people that miss me from that world were messaging going like, hey man, will you do a sketch cover? And like, because all I've been doing the past year or so is VeeFriends stuff, and I just haven't, I wasn't finding joy in drawing fan art, but I know that it brings joy to some people that collect. There's some people that out there that, especially locals, that have collected my art, and I appreciate it. And so at the show, I'll be doing some limited to my time, like whatever time I've got there. I don't want to bring work home. I don't want any extra work at home. I'm spending the 2 days there at the show, and I'll draw you a Spider-Man or whatever. I won't draw VeeFriends for money. I can't do that. But if you're a VeeFriends hardcore collector or fan, super fan, OG holder, and you're there and you don't have a sketch card already, that's another thing. Like if you already have a card, if you already have a drawing for me, you might want to let somebody else that doesn't have a card or drawing for me get it. But and other than that, I'll just be drawing for, if I can draw a Spider-Man and then tell people about, hey, by the way, have you heard of VeeFriends? I mean, that's kind of the balance I'm in right now. It's like, okay, I can do that at a show, and it's like really rare. I'm only doing the Three Rivers convention because it's in Pittsburgh. It's in my hometown. I know the guys. It's all comic books mostly, but there's no like movie guests there or anything like that. It's all focused on comics, which is really nice. It's really creator friendly, and it's a good show. It feels like an old school Comic-Con. The artist alley always feels very nice, very friendly artists. Some big comic names, I think, there. Come discover some new creators. And it's also Three Rivers Arts Festival in Pittsburgh this weekend. So you got right down in the Strip District, I think. Like, they're going to have the arts festival set up. You can go booth to booth, look at those things, come to a Comic-Con, get some good food, hang out. Hopefully the weather will be great. Really looking forward to it. It's been a while. It's been a while for me to be out at a Comic-Con. I don't think I did it last year. Nope. I was busy. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap up this stream. Got some other stuff to do. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. VeeFriends are forever. We'll see you back here. Make sure you're subscribed or following us on TikTok, Facebook. Follow VeeFriends wherever you are. And